Hello everyone. How are you? All right. So, boys and girls, have you ever wondered where do animals sleep at night? What do they do? Do they sleep? How do they sleep? And where? Do all of them sleep or do some of them stay awake? Have you ever wondered about that? Well, before we begin reading, we can do an activity, right? So you can pause the video here if you like and go get a piece of paper and a pencil. Okay? I'm gonna wait for you. Go ahead, pause me. You're back? Okay, perfect. All right. So listen, take that piece of paper, right? And on it, write your title. Where do animals sleep at night? Another word for animals, we can use creatures, and that includes everybody, right? And then make a list of animals that you know. Actually, you know what? We can make what we know as KWL. I know, want to know, and what did I learn? You know? So if you take that piece of paper and make 3 columns, and mom or dad can help you with this. Under K, right, you are going to put the name of your animal. And under the name of your animal, where do you think that animal sleeps? And keep going down the list. Okay? Make sure you write the name of every animal that you know. You know, what type of an animal it is and where do you think they sleep. On the W, under the W, you write what is it you want to learn about that animal. And then when the story is done, you can write what you have learned about that animal. Okay? Are you ready to begin? So go ahead, take a few minutes, make your list, and then when the story is over, when the book is over, you can check your list, see if you answered correctly, see what you have learned, and see if your questions were answered. All right? Okay. Ready? Make yourself comfy because this is a really interesting story. So, our book is Where Do Creatures Sleep at Night? This book is written by Stephen J. Simmons and illustrated, the pictures illustrated by Ruth E. Harper. Okay, here we go. We are used to seeing creatures by day, but where at night do you think they stay? Do they sit or stand or roll up tight or wake in the dark with a terrible fright? Do they hide in a bush or perch in a tree? Do they huddle with friends where we cannot see? Let's take a look at what creatures do when you are asleep and the day is true. Are you looking at the pictures, boys and girls? Always do, because the illustrations are just amazing and they tell you so much about the story. On y va. A butterfly's wings flutter all day, yet at night they are softly folded away. The butterfly finds a branch or a bush where it can stay while all goes shh. With tiny clawed feet, it hangs upside down, making it difficult to be found. Honeybees are buzzing much of the day, gathering nectar then flying away. making honey back in the hive, they need this sweet food to survive. They stop their work to get some sleep, head down for hours without a peep. Their antennae droop to the floor until they awake and go out once more. A frog can jump high or croak out loud or balance on a lily pad under a cloud. It has a slippery, icky, wet back and a sticky tongue to catch bugs for a snack. No one knows if it really does sleep, but a frog rests for hours, not moving its feet. A goldfish swims in its bowl all day, gulping the food that drops its way. But in the darkness, deep in the night, it may drift to the bottom till morning's light. It stays very still to get a good rest, so when it arises, it will be at its best. Its eyes stay open, and here's why that's true. Goldfish have no eyelids. What else can they do? Ducks paddle around with webbed feet. Hear them quack, quack, quack as you throw them a treat. At night, sometimes they sleep in a line, and at each end a duck opens one eye to make sure the others are safe and to sound the alarm before it's too late. Birds soar as far as the eye can see. Imagine the view from the top of a tree. If it gets cold, they do something neat. They puff up their feathers to keep in the heat. When birds have babies, they build a nest to protect their young and get some rest. Other times, they'll settle on a bush, branch, or vine, or under a bridge where they will sleep fine. Horses gallop with wind in their mane. They'll eat from your hand carrots or grain. But unlike most animals, they can sleep on their feet and they won't fall over while they are asleep. They can do this at night or during the day in a stable or field or wherever they stay. A tree squirrel darts and flicks its tail, looking for nuts on grassy trails. It may lie in the sun on a warm day. If you get too close, it will scurry away. At night, it is tired and finally free to sleep in a den inside of a tree or on a branch where it's built a dray. Both seem like cozy places to stay. Have you seen rabbits hop up and down and use their front paws to dig holes in the ground? Rabbits play with friends in a field and nibble on grass if they need a meal. When it's time for rabbits to rest, they can hop into their holes where they sleep best. Cats can jump or pounce on toys, chase a mouse and purr with joy, drink some water from a bowl, stretch their legs, or take a stroll. Cats sleep most of the time, day or night, either is fine. Whether nook or chair or cozy bed, they will find a place to rest their head. Dogs are so much fun, as you might know. They run and they play and love you so. Their nose can sniff out things underground better than we can, as you may have found. Dogs aren't picky. They can sleep on the floor, but if you let them in bed, watch out. They might snore. Children like you do lots of things, from playing ball to going on swings, reading a book or building with blocks, riding a bike or sliding in socks. Then at night, after you're fed, you snuggle up in your own sweet bed. Good night. Sleep tight. Did you see who the last creature are? You guessed it. We are creatures. Animals are creatures, right? So, check your answers. If you need to add more information to your paper, just go back in the video. I hope you learned some new facts. I sure did. Thanks for joining me.